Granite Ridge greens in the kitchen, and we got stuff growing. Mostly tomatoes coming up. Giant leeks are there, those thin things. And sweet onions in the back. Like I said, lots of tomatoes. And this is oregano. It's starting to come up. And this is, people were asking me, what have you planted? Well, I gotta look at what I planted. Sage. That's sage right there. And then there's the odd little pepper plant. You might think they were a little bit late, but we're up here in the north near North Bay. We're actually right on time. I just wanted to show you that the 600 seeds, some of it's growing. We got organic peppers, orange, from the store, so we might have planted them a little bit early. They might have had to dry a bit more, so they might take a bit more to germinate, or they might not at all. But they're store-bought. We took them out of peppers because there's no pepper seeds left. They're all bought up already. That's basil, and that's thyme, and it's all coming. And this is lettuce that hasn't come up, but it's only a couple of days. And Italian arugula, which hasn't come up. But that's not the reason for tonight's video. Tonight's video includes frogging. There's my topsoils. Topsoil. I got a sheep manure and a cow manure there. Kind of stinking out the back room, but hey, it's a farm. It's supposed to smell. Listen to this. Listen to the pond. I opened the back door about 5 minutes ago and said, listen to that. I know you're not going to see much. Here's the garage, and we'll look back up towards the security lights. And there's the table in the kitchen. Not really focusing in from what I'm seeing. But we are a distance away. Let's see, we zoom in a bit. Zoom in a little bit. No, it's just a glare. But that's the plants growing in the window. And they get a south by west light, because that's all we can do for now. That's the biggest window other than the one upstairs up there, which I don't know if you can see. I can't see it in the camera, but it showed before that it shows, it does show up. Well, yeah, that's the end of the farmhouse, the newer section with the apartment upstairs. And the moon. And that's a cause of them singing too, other than mating. It's mating season. A bunch of little tadpoles are being made, but almost a full moon too. Zoom in on that moon. The moon and the froggies. There's no sense in pointing over to the froggies, but we can walk that way a little bit. Hopefully this grass doesn't have any holes in it. We'll pan out all the way. Listen to them. Cool. It's hard with the lights to get a... I can see the sawmill roof from here. Pan in, maybe I can get it a bit. No, it's just too dark. I'll have to play with the darkness factor of this camera. Like I said, I just came down to water the seedlings, the 600 seedlings in the sliding door there, front door to the patio. And I heard this. It actually puts us to sleep. I open the window and listen to the frogs. Listen to them. Something over there going, yeet, yeet. Bird probably. Here, I'll turn the microphone and we'll look at the moon. There's not much else to look at when there's no lights out here. Hazy moon, see the clouds around it? And then over to the garage. That's just a reflection of Kathy's vehicle. Then over to the house. Listen to him, he's getting louder beside me. Hey, I can see the dents in the aluminum siding from here. Geez, I wonder who did that, eh? No, don't look at me, it wasn't me. I've been fixing this place. Poorly, horribly and poorly maintained, I can tell you that. I got a deal on it, but I got a lot to fix, like I had mentioned in other videos. But I'm kind of a guy that can do all kinds of things. I was a HVAC installer / technician with my oil burners ticket, my fitter 1 and 2, gas fitter 1 and 2, my propane for alternatives like RVs and trucks and stuff like that. I had that. My reclaimer's license for refrigeration, and I did quite a few years of sheet metal too. So taking apart the furnace is no big thing. It's just nowadays everybody wants $1 million an hour for things that they do, and sheet metal Y branch is like $450. I might just turn one right on the basement floor with a couple of 4x4 sheets of maybe 20 or 22 gauge. 22 would be easier for me to turn with tongs, and I'll show you how to turn a fitting right on the floor. Learned by a actual electrician I used to work with. Best HVAC guy, HVAC sheet metal / heating and air conditioning, sizing. Come up with ideas for jobs that other people didn't know how to do. We'd do them in an afternoon. We used to walk in and he used to piss the guys off. He'd walk over with the side cutters and cut off all their thermostat wire and their fan center and all the garbage they put on their furnace and rip it all off. And an hour later, the furnace up and running. They'd been working on it for 3 days before he got to it. So my friend Brian knew his shit, still does. I believe now he's a manager or something. I don't know, maybe he's a sizing systems. He carried on in the industry. I didn't. I got hurt and screwed by WCB. Or the former WCB, now the WSIB. I got screwed by them for a lot of money, and I was injured and I had to rehabilitate myself, and that's how we ended up off grid and bankrupt. It would have been that, or we probably could have ended up on the street. So I went for off grid, and it was a really rough 11 and a half, 12 years. No running water for 8.5 years. Yeah, you try it. Most people couldn't do it. I'm here now, but it was a long time getting here, people. And I'm going to do the best I can here. Like I said, I got a lot to learn. I know how to farm. I just never farmed, and doing is a lot harder than just saying, or some people running out and buying, like last year, $2,500 or $5,000 worth of plants other people grow. Anybody can do that, but to do it yourself, different story. So I like to do it myself. The only way you know if you can do it is to try. And if you don't try, then you'll never do it. I sat in an armchair watching, the different YouTube channels. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention them or not, but Jason and his wife, I can't think of his site right now. They're my favorite. They're the most honest people that I've seen on YouTube. And honesty is more important than some guy doing a showmanship trying to get 1 million viewers so he can tell people a story that's not true. I don't know. I'm just going to be truthful. You don't like my site, you don't have to watch it. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold Ken said so. I've been watching Steve Austin, The Life of Steve Austin, the wrestler. Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I like that saying. I like that guy. What he represented, anyways. He brought the wrestling, like Hogan and Savage and those guys, all those the greats, Pipers and all that. Brought wrestling to a much higher level. Owen Brothers and everything, for sure. Anyways, I'm getting cold. We've been doing this for, wow, is it right? 10 minutes? And she's a little nippy out here and I didn't wear a coat, so we're gonna walk back in to the house. And I'm in my docks. Walking in my docks. I don't think you can see them. Walking here. I don't think you can see my Dodge. I got it running and then I popped a hole in the rad, so I got online and found a rad for 129 bucks, brand new. Can't beat that. I went on Kijiji and there was a bunch of idiots wanted 220, 250 bucks for a used rad. Why would you do that? And you buy a brand new one. Anyways, folks, have a good one. Granite Ridge Greens. Peace out. Peace out. Have a good night. Saturday night, the 24th. Goodbye for now.